What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm bringing you guys a quick mission guide for the tier 4 final mission for the Black Mous faction known as the Trinity. Before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content anytime or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Let's go and throw an easy goal of 150 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys would like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button, also that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. All right, so this mission is going to be 3 parts, and it is also taking us over to Building 21. Now, part 1 is asking us to bring a Geiger counter into Building 21. So this is going to require you to take a trip over to Al Mazrah first, as you guys will then need to go into Al Mazrah and you guys will want to look for a nuclear supplies contract or a nuclear material contract. You guys will obviously see the nuke symbol on the tac phone. You guys will go over to that, activate it. It will send you to a toolbox where you guys will then be able to grab the Geiger counter out of that toolbox. You guys can then continue to complete the contract, but you do not have to. You guys can always choose to cancel it, and then you guys will obviously have the Geiger counter in your possession. Now, all you need to do at this point is then going to be to exfil with it safely, as this is the only way you will actually be able to gain access to a Geiger counter. So obviously, by doing a nuclear material contract, you guys will get access to it. I think you guys can even do it on a Sheikah, it doesn't matter. But you guys will want to exfil with the Geiger counter in your tactical slot so that you guys will have it available to take into Building 21. But then all you're gonna need to do is infill into Building 21 with this still remaining as your tactical, and you guys will get part 1 complete. Now, part 2 is asking us to use the Geiger counter to find and take the 3 nuclear fuel rods. Now, the good news here is that you will not actually need to use the Geiger counter in order to find these, especially if you guys are watching this video and know exactly where the locations are. Now, it's important to note there is a fuel rod on each of the levels in Building 21. So there's one at the bottom floor, there's one on the main floor, and there's of course one on the 3rd floor as well. Now, in order to actually find the locations of these, I recommend going to the parking garage one first. You guys are going to go down to the parking garage, and you guys should be familiar with where the locations of all the trucks are that you planted tracking devices. If you guys are looking for where these are, you're going to want to go to the furthest one from the D stairway, pretty much tucked against the wall over there in the C stairway area. You guys will then go over to this truck. It is in the far right, and I will of course show you the best I can where this is located. You guys will then see this nuclear fuel rod in the back of the truck, and you guys will be able to grab this pretty easy. Once you guys have access to this one, you're going to move over to location number 2. Now, you guys are coming from the C side of the parking garage. Essentially, you're going to go back over to the D stairwell. You guys are going to want to go up to the main floor, and if you guys come out of that into that little hallway there and you cut across the hallway, you guys will then go into that kitchen or the little restaurant like area there. You guys will then go into the bathroom on the left bathroom entrance. Go into there, and in the stall you guys will be able to see the 2nd location of the nuclear fuel rod. You guys will then just be able to grab this one and move over to part 3. Part 3 is probably the most challenging to get to, as it is taking place on the 3rd floor, so you guys will have to wait for the deactivation of the locks in order to get access to the 3rd floor. Now, my recommendation is going up on the D side again, just kind of like you were doing when you went to the core room, because this is the area that you're actually going to need to get to in order to find this last and final fuel rod. So you guys are going to go up on the D side, you're going to get up to the top there, and you guys are going to obviously go to the end of the hall, open that yellow door, then you guys are going to take a right. This is basically where the square is. You'll just run to the end of the hallway, then you'll take the left, you'll run to the end of that hallway, and you guys will see a door on the left there, which you guys will enter. And of course, you guys could run across the Wheelson and plenty of enemies on the way. You guys will then take that door, takes a little bit of a right, it takes a left, and in there to the left is actually some glass that you guys can break where you guys will climb in. You guys will then open the door that's inside of this room, and that will take you to basically just outside that core room. There's of course some enemies in this location, so you guys want to clear them out, but then you guys will go into this room. You guys are going to go across it, and basically there's an identical room to the one you entered in to get into the core room area. You guys want to go into that room, and you guys will see the last and final nuclear fuel rod located there. You guys will then want to pick this up, and at this point you guys should have access to all 3. It doesn't really matter what order you grab them in, as long as you are able to gain access to all 3 in the same run. But once you get your hands on all 3, this 2nd part will be complete. Now, the 3rd part is pretty straightforward, and it's asking us to extract the 3 nuclear fuel rods in one deployment. So you guys will need to gain access to all 3 of them anyway in order to obviously get part 2 completed. Now you're gonna have to exfil with all 3 of them in order to finish the mission. But at a certain point in the match, of course, the exfils will begin popping up once you guys get access to the 3 fuel rods, which should take you guys a significant amount of time. Probably by the time you get your hands on all 3 of them, a exfil will pop up. You guys will make your way to that elevator, clear it out the best you can. There's really no easy way to exfil on Building 21. You guys will call the elevator, wait for the cooldown period. Once it arrives, jump in and get the heck out of the map safely, wrapping up this mission. And of course, unlocking tier 5 of the Black Mous faction. That's gonna wrap things up for today's quick mission guide. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.